Diddy allegedly sexually abused 9-year-old boy. Accuser's attorney claims one of Diddy's attorneys, Erica Wolf, tells TMZ. As Mr. Combs' legal team has emphasized, he cannot address every meritless allegation in what has become a reckless media circus. That said, Mr. Combs emphatically and categorically denies as false and defamatory any claim that he sexually abused anyone, including minors. He looks forward to proving his innocence and vindicating himself in court, where the truth will be established based on evidence, not speculation. Diddy is about to be hit with lawsuits for sexual assault and abuse, and a Houston-based law firm representing 120 accusers is telling some of their stories for the first time, including allegations Diddy sexually abused a 9-year-old boy. Attorney Tony Busby says a wave of lawsuits will be filed against Diddy in the next 30 days, including from an accuser who claims he was only 9 years old when Diddy and others sexually abused him at the Bad Boy Records studio in New York City. Busby claims Diddy lured the 9-year-old to an audition with the promise of a record deal and then allegedly sexually abused him. In addition, Busby claims his law firm will be filing suit on behalf of other accusers who claim they were minors when Diddy abused them, including another who says Diddy forced them to perform oral sex. Busby says another accuser was 15 years old when they were flown out to NYC to attend a party, where they were drugged and taken into a private room with Diddy, where he allegedly raped her before others took turns having their way with her. A big-time attorney who has sued a bunch of celebs including Travis Scott and Chris Brown, Busby claims his clients were raped, sexually assaulted, and sexually exploited by Diddy and his associates, and he says they were typically forced to consume a drink that was laced with xylazine or Tranq, a horse tranquilizer. As we reported, Busby's law firm announced Friday they were repping more than 50 alleged victims who came forward with gut-wrenching stories about what went down at Diddy's alleged freak-off parties. Busby described the mind-boggling allegations as debauchery and depravity exacted by powerful people, and now he says there are 120 accusers who will be filing individual lawsuits against Diddy and others. It sounds like a massive issue. Busby strongly hinted other celebrities would be named in the lawsuits, and he said he would be suing anyone who was involved or knew about the alleged abuse, and refused to put an end to things. Busby said the alleged abuse happened in well-known venues and hotels as well as private residences, mostly in Los Angeles and New York, and he said the lawsuits will include names that will shock you. It should be noted Busby has not yet filed a single case in any jurisdiction. Meanwhile, Diddy is facing a mountain of other lawsuits, sitting in jail as he awaits trial following his arrest and a federal indictment. Diddy's pled not guilty to charges of sex trafficking, kidnapping, and racketeering in the federal case. Mark Agnifilo, Diddy's attorney, is fighting hard for the Bad Boy Records founder, claiming the feds are gunning for Diddy simply because he's a successful black man. Sounds like the federal indictment and the already filed lawsuits are just the tip of the iceberg.
The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time. The acts complained of in these cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles, or in Florida, primarily in Miami. Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties, typically after parties, or album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they call the puppy party, the all-white party, although several of these events occurred at auditions.
And the question is,
many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star, and the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape or even let them read for Sean Combs. There's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. It's not a class action. Class action is when one or two people file a case on behalf of a group of people. That's not this. These cases will be individual cases. Each case will live and die on its own merit. These cases will be filed individually, one plaintiff against whoever the defendants were involved in the case.
All right. So contestant number 2.
Each case may be filed in one venue like California. Another case may be filed in New York. One case may sue just Sean Combs, but multiple other people. One case may sue a range of people. I would expect most, though, to be filed, as I said, in New York and Los Angeles. Now, I know this. Many of you came here thinking or hoping, or perhaps believing that I may start naming names. That day will come, but it won't be today.
My name is Yummy, and if I was a Halloween candy,
The day will
I
come,
would be a Snickers.
and we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. The claims we intend to bring will include the following: violent sexual assault or rape, sexual abuse, facilitated sex with a controlled substance, false imprisonment, compelling prostitution, sexual misconduct, dissemination of video recordings, false imprisonment, sexual abuse of minors. Given the large volume of cases, and given our other docket obligations, and given the fact that we want to be sure when we file these cases that they are fully vetted, I expect we'll start filing these cases against Sean Combs and other perpetrators within the next 30 days.